Nicely done. The Music Man, but be prepared for a stop at any time. The Music Man. The Music Man. All good? 2. Sloop John D. Just down a few, the Sloop. They're running late, it looks like.
I'm now letting you know when they're here.
Oh, are they here?
Yes, but I'll be on that side.
You'll have to come and poke me or something because I'll be looking at the music, okay? The Sloop. 2 beats, 2 beats. Alberta Fanfare and Processional, O Canada. Alberta Fanfare and Processional, O Canada.
Can I ask you to please remain standing? Thank you. It is my pleasure to introduce a special and important addition to Convocation ceremonies that reminds us all of the ancestral lands of the First Peoples of Canada. This song is called a victory song that will start us all in a good way for every one of our Convocation ceremonies. Over the past hundreds of years, there have been many victory songs that have been passed down through generations. These songs have a special power to them and therefore carry such great meaning, as this song correlates with the treaties signed with the Crown and the First Peoples of Canada. The treaties were agreements signed as a foundation for ongoing relationships in understanding one another, so that we live together in a respectful relationship as we move forward together to advance reconciliation. We present this song to uplift the spirit and to encourage all of us to come together to sing and to dance in victory for the graduates' accomplishments. It is my pleasure today to introduce the victory song, and I extend gratitude to our traditional singers and cultural ambassadors, Lyle Tutusis, Monty Sunchild, Al Crawford, Adrian Lachance, Colin Rain, and Jay Tutusis, who have pre-recorded this victory song for the U of A Convocation ceremonies. If you are able, please remain standing. Whatsoever things are true, a promise made here at the University of Alberta over 100 years ago. Today, we are gathered to celebrate this commitment to ourselves and to our community. We celebrate with all those who leave here today with their degrees. May you continue to seek truth. May you continue to serve in our global home. May you continue to grow in wisdom and understanding. And may you continue to uphold the university's values of integrity, freedom, and the equality and dignity of all persons, to create a community filled with promise for the future and goodwill toward all. Thank you, and please be seated. Welcome to the University of Alberta. My name is Peggy Garrity, and I have the great honor and privilege of serving as Chancellor of the University and conferring all of your degrees today. I'd like to acknowledge that the University of Alberta is located on Treaty 6 territory and the homelands of the Métis. In stating this, we must recognize our responsibility in working in relationship alongside First Nation and Métis people and their communities on our way forward, and in good relations in uplifting the whole people for the next 7 generations and the university for tomorrow. On behalf of the entire university community, I'm delighted to welcome you to this convocation. It's an exciting day for all of us. Graduands, we are very pleased that so many of your friends and family members could join us to celebrate your degrees. As you participate in today's ceremony, you're walking in the footsteps of generations of scholars. And each of the traditions you see on the stage and throughout the ceremony today have special meaning and significance. Today's formal opening procession to the stage, led by our Chief Marshal and the University Mace, originates in the procession of the Guild of Teachers. Such guilds in past centuries were dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge, just as our university is today. The many different academic gowns, hoods, and caps here on stage today reflect centuries of university tradition. As Chancellor, I wear our University of Alberta colors of green and gold. The different colors of your faculty hoods signify to everyone here and to our society the degree that you have earned. Your caps, those Oxford-style mortarboards with the somewhat annoying tassels hanging down, may be considered a symbol of the scholar's independence and freedom. These symbols and traditions remind us of our connections to the past, but seeing your faces here today and conferring your degrees is all about the future, about your futures and the future you will create for our communities and for the world. We will hear from a member of our Board of Governors and our university president. We'll also hear from Dr. Bert Crowfoot, who received an honorary doctorate of laws, our university's highest honor, at this morning's ceremony. An honorary degree recognizes inspiring role models and leaders, celebrating extraordinary achievements or remarkable service to our society. And I'm so proud that Dr. Crowfoot is able to join us and present the convocation address this afternoon. Following the address, we will begin the recognition of your degrees. One of our deans will present you on behalf of the faculties, and our president will guide you through your pledge to pursue the encouragement of learning and the public good. It will then be my honor to admit you to your degrees and confer upon you all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities that come with being a university graduate. It'll be your turn to be up here on the stage with us. Each of you will cross the stage as your name is called. And for everyone here, I'm sure that will be the most important moment of the ceremony. Your degree will actually be conferred as I congratulate you and meet you on the stage. And so please make sure to stop and say hello so I can congratulate you personally. That moment will bind you and the University of Alberta together for all time. President and Vice Chancellor Bill Flanagan and the Board of Governors Representative Lillian Zaneri join me here in recognizing your accomplishments today. We're also joined by Elder and Knowledge Keeper Monica Rain, who is here today to extend a special recognition to Indigenous members of our learning community. Distinguished guests on the Convocation stage also include a number of community leaders and members of our Academy. I'm very pleased that deans and professors from our faculties of Graduate Studies and Research, Law, Business, and Rehabilitation Medicine are here to congratulate each graduand as you cross the stage. We're all here to welcome you to the University of Alberta alumni family. I hope you enjoy the day, and I'd like to begin by inviting greetings from the Board of Governors.
Eminent Chancellor Garrity, President Flanagan, distinguished guests, graduands, families, and friends, I'm very pleased to participate in this special day on behalf of the Board of Governors, to bring the Board's greetings and hearty congratulations. Today is a day of celebration when the entire university community, along with your families and friends, gathers to celebrate you, the graduating class of 2023. It's also a day to celebrate the university which, by virtue of this marvelous milestone, has successfully provided you with the academic resources to support your engagement with issues and opportunities of 2023 and into the future. Collectively and cooperatively, you will be the generation that moves society forward in the arts, in the economy, in knowledge, discovery, and research. You've been changed over your years at the U of A. The knowledge that you've gained here will enable you to address society's issues, influence others, and shape our collective future. You're now the kind of citizen who will apply critical thought, share your knowledge, foster common understanding, and employ the skills you've gained here to better society in a competent, thoughtful, ethical, and engaged way today, tomorrow, and from now on. Our very heartfelt congratulations to you, your families, friends, and supporters. Be proud, savor your success, enjoy today, and we wish you the very best for the future.
And now I'm pleased to invite President Bill Flanagan to address Convocation. Thank you.
Well, hello and welcome everyone. I'm delighted to join you in this celebration on this splendid summer day. And I'd like to extend a warm welcome to Dr. Bert Crowfoot, who is with us here today. Dr. Crowfoot received an honorary doctorate in laws this morning, and our many guests, and I'd like to thank him for being here this afternoon. I'd also like to welcome our many guests in the audience today, but above all, the members of the graduating class of 2023. Graduates, it's you that we're here to celebrate today. And today marks a milestone in life's journey, and one that has been filled with exploration and excitement. And what you've accomplished along this journey required dedication and perseverance, and no doubt many late nights and early mornings. And along the way, you probably experienced a full spectrum of emotions, occasionally all at once. And at times, the journey may have seemed tough, almost impossible. Yet, here you are. You've made it. And we can't forget the added challenges along the way that many of you faced. Many of you earned your degrees amid unprecedented global conditions, living through a pandemic and toggling between in-person and online learning. I want you to know that this did not go unnoticed. On behalf of the University of Alberta, I want to offer my profound appreciation to each and every one of you. Regardless of the many challenges and changes you encountered along your journey, you have always been quick to adapt, you have been resilient, you've demonstrated your tenacity, and above all, you've come together as a community. And along with COVID, the university has undergone its own evolutionary journey during your time here amid challenging economic circumstances and administrative restructuring that has seen us forge new paths forward. There's still more work to be done, but I know that our university is prepared for the future, and the future is bright. We are in a strong position to continue to advance this remarkable university, which has grown, endured, and cultivated knowledge and ideas since its founding in 1908. And through 115 years of change, our core mission has always remained the same: to build one of the world's great universities for the public good. And there are many universities in the world doing meaningful work, but only a handful are doing globally recognized research on such a comprehensive array of some of the world's most significant challenges. Addressing climate change head-on, we are a global leader in developing net energy solutions for tomorrow. As one of the world's leading universities in artificial intelligence, we are harnessing the remarkable potential of AI to touch so many aspects of our lives, from improving human health and wellness to driving new efficiencies that will dramatically reduce energy consumption. And home to Canada's second Nobel Prize in Medicine, our health sciences are at the cutting edge in advancing the whole spectrum of human health and wellness. And as the Earth's population grows, our agricultural research is advancing global food security. And we are leading the way in advancing truth and reconciliation with a core commitment to recognize, honor, and incorporate Indigenous ways of knowing and knowledge in all that we do. And in the social sciences and humanities, we are advancing and defending free and democratic societies committed to justice, equity, and opportunity for all, with a focus on reducing social disparities in Canada and around the world. I am proud to say that the University of Alberta is among a small handful of global universities with the research and teaching strength to make world-changing contributions to each and every one of these challenges. We are leading with purpose and developing solutions for our planet and our society. And I also want to note the 3 graduating classes here today, the graduate students of the Alberta School of Business, which I believe you're all in gray, is that right? Yes. And of course, the Faculty of Law in red, and the Faculty of Rehabilitation Medicine graduates here in yellow and red, I believe. And first, to the Alberta School of Business graduates, I just want to say we are enormously proud of the Alberta School of Business. It is a home to innovation and entrepreneurship, and I have no doubt that you have acquired the skills to make an enormous impact in your careers. And to the Faculty of Law, the Faculty of Law is particularly dear to my heart. As you may know, I was the Dean of Law for many years prior to becoming president. I have to say I really miss hanging out with law professors and law students. In my experience, law was always a transformational experience for students, and I have no doubt that you've acquired the critical thinking skills and knowledge that will enable you to go out and serve others and make an enormous difference in the world. And to the graduates of the Faculty of Rehabilitation Medicine, you're part of course, the powerhouse that are the health sciences at the University of Alberta, and I know that you too will have acquired the skills and knowledge that you need to go out and advance human health and wellness in our local communities and around the world, making healthcare more accessible, equitable, and culturally sensitive. And our collective impact as a university is recognized on the global stage, including the Times Higher Education Impact Ranking. This ranking is the only global performance measure that assesses universities against the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, including ending poverty, ending world hunger, climate action, and sustainable land use. And the latest results are just in. We continue to climb in this ranking, and I'm proud to report that this year the University of Alberta came in 7th in the world. This is the impact that we're having in Alberta, Canada, and around the world. And in last year's QS World University Rankings, another very influential university rankings, we moved up 16 spots in 1 year, and this is simply unheard of. This never happens. And the University of Alberta now ranks 110 out of the top 1,400 universities worldwide, placing us among the top 4 universities in Canada. So these rankings reflect our deep commitment in our research and teaching excellence, whether in the classroom or the lab, to seek challenges, drive change, innovate, and collaborate. This is what it means to lead with purpose. And each of you here today has played a part in building that global reputation. But undoubtedly, amid our many contributions as a university, our most significant contribution is represented by all of you here today. That is the remarkable talent of our graduates and all of the incredible things that you will do as you continue along life's journey. You are the builders, the thinkers, and the leaders who will help us find our way through some of the world's most difficult issues. You're the ones who will bring new energy and fresh thinking to the great debates and challenges of our times. We can't wait to learn about all of the amazing ways that you'll use your skills, knowledge, and curiosity to change the world for better. We're enormously proud of you. So today we celebrate your achievements and the bright futures ahead. And wherever life's journey may take you, please know that you will always have a home right here at the University of Alberta. Congratulations and thank you.
Knowledge shall not be the concern of scholars alone. The uplifting of the whole people shall be its final goal.
They inspire us all with their brilliance, creative force, and fervent desire to make the world a better place.
I accept in the name of our poor people.
Dream your dreams. It is possible to have a new kind of world.
Those who receive an honorary degree from the University of Alberta set the highest standards of dedication and excellence for students and for society at large.
It is a good day to be you.
Remember who you are. Remember where you come from.
And while their backgrounds and fields of endeavor vary widely, all are exceptional.
Maybe it's best if I just speak from the heart.
I will remember you.
How lucky are you to be armed with one of the greatest educations in the world and to be living in this country at this very point in human history.
We face today a clash of ignorances.
You are who make the history. You are who create the future.
U of A honorary degree recipients embody the university's vision to inspire the human spirit through outstanding achievements in learning, discovery, and citizenship in a creative community.
Your generation will be called upon to balance what is now moving quickly to a tipping point.
I think we are now in the threshold of a new beginning.
It is a spirit that is building one of the world's great universities for the public good.
It is your attitude that will sustain you. It is not what happens to you, it is what you do with it.
Go out and not simply change the world, go out and save the world. That is what I would seek you to do.
Eminent Chancellor, my name is Vikas Mehrotra, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Dean of the Alberta School of Business. On behalf of the Senate of the University of Alberta, it is my privilege to introduce Bert Cecil Crowfoot, who received the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws, our institution's highest honor, earlier this morning. His Siksika name is Kyosta or Bear Ghost, and his Kwakwa K-Walk name is Gayatolas or Always Giving. He is a great-great-grandson of Chief Crowfoot, who signed Treaty 7. Mr. Crowfoot is a Siksika Salto photographer, award-winning coach, the founder and CEO of the Aboriginal Multimedia Society of Alberta, or AMSA, and the general manager of Wind Speaker Media. He has deep roots in our province, but the impact of his leadership stretches across Turtle Island. Since founding AMSA in 1983, Mr. Crowfoot oversaw the transformation of a non-profit organization that relied on government funding into a financially independent and expansive media organization. Today, they remain Canada's largest publisher of Aboriginal news and information and are a recognized leader in Indigenous communications in North America. Mr. Crowfoot has been instrumental in establishing several media industry associations, including the National Aboriginal Communications Society, the Alberta Magazine Publishers Association, and the Western Association of Aboriginal Broadcasters. Since 2015, he has partnered with the Sound Studies Institute at the U of A to preserve and make accessible extensive audiovisual materials dating back decades. These cultural treasures are of great significance to Indigenous communities in Alberta, and digitizing them brings their cultural memory to light. Mr. Crowfoot also captures and preserves Indigenous heritage and culture as an award-winning photographer. His stunning images of people, landscapes, powwow performances, and sports are featured in numerous collections. Many dancers trust him to take their photo, knowing that he will respect them, the dance, and capture the ceremony within the dance. For over 30 years, Mr. Crowfoot coached Aboriginal youth basketball and softball teams to local, provincial, and national championships. For him, coaching young people was an opportunity to help them get to know themselves, explore their heritage, and hone their own skills and talents. By supporting their personal development, he helped to shape many future leaders. For his many contributions, Mr. Crowfoot was awarded Alberta's Lifetime Achievement Award, inducted into the Aboriginal Walk of Honor in Edmonton in 2006, and recognized in Venture magazine's Top 100 Albertans Who Built the Province and 50 Most Influential Individuals in Alberta. In 2023, he received the Alberta Magazine Achievement in Publishing Award. Today, we honor his dedication to sharing and preserving Indigenous history, language, and culture in our province. We recognize his entrepreneurial leadership to establish a successful media organization that fills a vital need in society. And we celebrate his profound respect and generosity for others, sharing with them a love of sports and fostering future leaders in the process. Eminent Chancellor, with great pride and respect, I present Bert Crowfoot.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, congratulations to all of you for reaching this milestone in your life it'll change your life forever. I was giving the guy a hard time this morning about making half my speech, so I'll have to come up with some new words. It sucks to get old, you know, because I've been as you see, I didn't march in because of an old football injury. My hip's been complaining lately. And my doctor says I'm just lazy and out of shape, but, you know, the hip injury sounds a little more to my self-esteem. Anyway, Okye, Tanse, Amboeste, Anin, Adelante. Hello. I was curious to see how she was going to translate all of these 5 indigenous greetings of welcome that are the indigenous voices of Alberta. And she did pretty good. I think I caught her a couple times. First of all, I want to thank my family, Lydia, Sandra, Brad, Shayana, and my beautiful granddaughter, Anna Shay, who was here this morning. And she almost upstaged me. She was running around. She wanted to see Papa. So, but she's at home napping now, so you're safe. I also wanted to thank my late parents, who I got work ethic and drive from both of them. My extended family and all of the people who have worked with me in the past years, especially Carol Russ, who was here this morning but not here. And, you know, she's been with me since day one. She's a financial person. And I respect her, and I even gave her an Indian name, 3 horses. Nag, nag, nag. She still gets mad at me for that. But I have an incredible board of directors, some of which have been with me for 40 years. I was 22 years when I first got into this. Anyway, none of this would be possible if it wasn't for those people. This honorary degree is dedicated to my oldest sister, late oldest sister, Amelia, and my family. She believed in education and how it would be the answer to show our people to solve our people's needs. She often said, education is the new buffalo, or Ini in Blackfoot. Education was important to my family. My parents believed in it so much that they sent us away to live with non-Indigenous parents or families for 10 months out of the year. We weren't allowed to go home. So we lived with these families for 10 months, and I was very fortunate to have wonderful families that took me in and taught me, and so I'm grateful to them. I left when I was 12 years old. I was in residential school for grades 1 and 2, day school, and so those sorts of experiences and the fact that I was away from my family for 10 months of the year has an effect on you. But the payoff was amazing. It worked because in my brothers and sisters, 8 surviving, there's 10 total, there's 22 college degrees and amongst them. I'm so proud of them. And my oldest sister was telling me a story about a month ago about how my mother told my oldest sister, Amelia, that our family was like a dog team, and she was the leader. And where she went, we would follow. And so she was such a powerful motivator. She had me enrolled at Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah, secured funding, housing for me. She even picked me up at the bus depot in January of 1972 and drove me to the student housing that I was going to be staying at. She was so motivating. I went to BYU, and I still hadn't graduated from high school. I was 3 semesters short of graduating. But that was my sister. My first year at BYU, I was in pre-med. I wanted to be a doctor, Dr. Burt. But life had other plans for me. I switched to physical education, recreation. I didn't tell anybody, but I was having way too much fun that first year. So I switched. I wanted to coach high school kids. And so I decided to take a year off after 3.5 years, had some bills to pay, and I was working as a silversmith. I made silver and turquoise jewelry. And I was offered as a job to cover a basketball tournament in southern Alberta. So I went down, covered the tournament, took photos, handed them in, and he must have liked it because he sent me out on the road again the next weekend to cover a hockey tournament. Same thing, handed in the story and the photos. Then he offered me a job as a sports writer. I worked my way up and soon became assistant publisher. And that's how I got into media. I started a couple of publications in my basement. One was 1981 Powwow Trail, and the other one was The Nation's Ensign. In 1983, we started the Aboriginal Multimedia Society of Alberta. We started publishing Windspeaker newspaper, which was later changed to, it's called AMS at first, later changed to Windspeaker. And in 1985, we got into radio. Like most societies, we started off with government funding. But I learned that government funding wasn't always guaranteed, and it could end at any time. I learned that you had to diversify your revenue streams, so if you lost one, the others would help you survive. I'm most proud of the fact that we are an independent Indigenous media which is unbiased, objective, and adheres to the principles and ethics of journalistic ideals. Another life-changing event happened in the mid-'80s. I was coaching softball and women's basketball at a high level and noticed that the good teams had the technical and the physical talent. But the biggest difference was mental. I started studying many sports psychologists as I could and learned what they believed in. My brother Strader gave me a set of cassette tapes. You've probably heard of those somewhere in your history. You know, those little square things that you put into your truck. And anyway, there was 12 lessons. And I would listen to one side for a week. Turn it over, listen to the other side. 12 weeks, I had listened to all of the lessons that Dr. Dennis Waitley was teaching. It's called The Psychology of Winning by Dr. Dennis Waitley. There are 10 traits of a winner as part of those lessons. One of these traits was look for the positive in a negative. When something negative happens, find the lesson. In 1990, the federal government cut funding to all 11 Indigenous newspapers across Canada. 9 out of those 11 newspapers shut their doors in 6 weeks. So what was the positive to this? You know, I was thinking, what's the positive? You know what? There was a void in Indigenous media across Canada. And Windspeaker went national. We filled that void. All those papers that were there, we started covering their news for them. One of the other parts of being a winner is having goals. In 1987, we set some goals for our organization. One was to be financially independent. The other was to have one 100,000-watt transmitter. We had a bunch of small 10-watters located across northern Alberta. The other one was to have $1 million in ad sales. $1 million in bingo sales. You know, we have radio bingo and everybody kind of laughs, and the other radio stations were giving me a hard time, and I said to them, you know, during COVID, we made $6.7 million. And that revenue from radio bingo pays for a distribution system that we're setting up. And we now have 8 100,000 watt transmitters across Alberta. We have CJWE in Southern Alberta, CFWE in Edmonton, CIWE, or 89.3 The Raven, in Edmonton. We have 2 internet stations that we're working on. One is called Cousin Radio, and if you're Indigenous, you'll know what that means. And it was 100% Indigenous, all genres of music. And so we put a call out for Indigenous music, and 80% of the music that we got was hip hop. So what do, right? You know, we usually play hip hop at night. But we came up with another radio station called Red Beats. And that's going to be 99% hip hop and R&B. And we'll take the portion out of Cousin, and Cousin will become rock, blues, and pop. So, and what are we doing? Why do we have internet radio stations? Well, much like I try to look down the future and see what's coming, what the coming trends are. You know that Elon Musk guy that's kind of throwing all those satellites up there? Well, the future is going to be much like your cell phones. As you're driving down a highway, you're going to, your cell signal pops from tower to tower to tower to tower. So you got cell service in most places. Anyway, the future of radio is you're going to have radio that's going to be hopping from Elon's satellite to satellite to satellite, so you can listen to our radio station anywhere in the world as you're driving or flying or wherever. So that's what's coming. And so we're building those 2 internet stations for that event when it comes. My goal from having that one 100,000 watt transmitter is to have 10 of them. I want to be able to say that I got 1 million watts of Indigenous power. You know, I'm going to get a t-shirt made of that. We still receive about $300,000 a year from the federal government. And people look at us and they say, oh, you got government funding. But our annual budget is over $10 million. So about 8% of what we get is from government, and the rest we generate ourselves. So we are financially independent. The other thing that I'm most proud of is our language programming. And we do a lot of vignettes. We talk about hello, okay, and the other 4 words that I said this morning or earlier. And so the power of language, to me, is one of the key essentials in reconciliation. Everybody's heard about reconciliation. It's trying to repair and build bridges between the Indigenous and non-Indigenous communities. Well, I heard one time of a gentleman whose store was in the country just outside of town, about 45 minutes, that this guy was a racist. And I thought, I like to find out things for myself. I don't really like to rely on what other people say. So I drove out there, and I walked in, and he was sitting there, and he looked at me, and I walked over, and I got my very nutritious carrots and other stuff. Well, no, I didn't. But anyway, I picked up a few things, paid my bill, and paid him, and he put everything in the bag and not a word, gave me the bag, and I looked at him and I bowed a little bit and I said, "Kansamida." And his head shot up and he said, "You're not Korean?" I thought we all looked alike, but anyway. He says, "You're not Korean?" And I says, "No, but I was in Korea in 1975. I was in Gangwon-do, and I named all the places that we went. And he was, I mean, we talked for half an hour. We were bros by the time I left that station, that store. And that's the power of language. No communication. You know nothing about me. I know nothing about you. But if someone walked into Walmart and the greeter was there and he says, "Tanse," I mean, what a powerful way of knocking down some of those walls that are between our communities. So our radio station our stations are geared for language. Ours are bilingual. We tell stories in language and English, and they go back and forth. That's something that we've developed over the years. I had one lady phone me and say, "I was listening to your station. My daughter and I were in the car, and we pulled up at the department store, and we sat in our car for 15 minutes and listened to the rest of that interview that lady was telling stories on your station." And to me, that is powerful. For them to want to learn about us. And, I had another person who lived beside a First Nation, and, those relationships are not usually very strong. And this guy said, "I listened to your station, I learned how to say hello in their language, and now I have good friends over there." So the power of language. I've coached women's softball and basketball for over 30 years, and I've been very successful. I co-coached the 1993 Canada Summer Games women's softball team. In British Columbia, I've been to nationals a few times. I used that same philosophy in school as I did with the sports psychology, and I passed it on to the athletes that I coached. I had one young lady who I coached when she was 12, went on to have a career, and she got into management, and photographer, I did her wedding pictures, and she sent me a thank you note, and she says, "Bert, I started taking all these management courses, and I heard this all before. I heard it from you when I was 12 years old." And so to me, that was a very strong moment for me. I always wanted to have the best mentors. And so I went to a softball clinic in Tacoma, Washington, coaching clinic, and I met Ralph Weekley. He was the head coach at one of the universities in the States, national champion, and I invited him to come up here to Edmonton and work with my athletes. And so he later went on to become one of the hitting coaches for the 1996 U.S. Olympic team in Atlanta, Georgia. I had a number of my athletes he recruited to go to school at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. So that was, to me, another moment of their passing on that knowledge to them. Another young lady I coached, Kara Curry Hall, was just inducted into the Alberta Sports Hall of Fame as a multi-sport builder about 3 weeks ago. And when she gave her speech, she talked about me and some of the teachings that I had given her earlier. So everything that I learned about sport transfers to business. Everything I learned about business transfers to sports. So just try to keep an open mind. One of the other hats that I wear is I'm a professional photographer. I'm a digital storyteller. And what I've done is, a lot of times you're not supposed to record ceremony. But I've had elders tell me to record ceremony because they wanted to be able to preserve the culture. Now, people have said, do not record. And the reason for this is in the earlier days, if you recorded and the nuns and the priests heard it or found out about it, you were punished. Some even killed. And so nowadays, they say, do not record, because what happens is it goes on social media, and it's all over the place. So what was sacred is no longer sacred. So that's one of the reasons. In 1960, the Siksika people were holding their last Sundance. And what they did was they wanted to record it so that everything would be there. And someone came out from the Glenbow Museum. They recorded all the songs, the ceremonies, and everything, the dances. In 2000, they wanted to bring back the Sundance. There's 4 nations in the Blackfoot Confederacy, and each one of those have different Sundances with different influences from other nations. A lot of the Sioux have infiltrated some of the ones at some of the other nations. Blackfoot wanted to keep theirs, the Siksika people wanted to keep theirs the same way it was in 1960. They went to the Glenbow, everything was there, it was in storage, and they got back all the songs, all the dances, all the ceremonies. And that's the importance of recording ceremony, as long as it's not for social media use. In closing, I first went to school to become a doctor. Life got in the way, and now, I guess, since I got this doctorate, I have to go back to school and get my high school diploma. And maybe even my last semester of university. I'm very proud to be the 5th Dr. Crowfoot in my family. There's Dr. Deb, my brother, Dr. Becky, my sister, Dr. Nathan, my nephew, Dr. Redmond, my nephew, and then there's me. I'm just going to be Dr. Burt. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Burt. As you said, life had other plans, but now you finally are Dr. Burt. I want to thank you especially for your insight, your guidance, your good humor, and the teachings, and especially for the amazing difference that you have made to our community, to your community, and to countless young people. So thank you so much. And now, graduates, it's your turn. As the name of each graduate is called to cross the stage, I will formally admit you to your degrees and will have an opportunity to congratulate you. On your journey across the stage, you will also walk past the University of Alberta ceremonial mace. That's it, sitting right there in the middle. Centuries ago, the mace was a symbol of authority over life and death. That's kind of frightening, and I assure you it's no longer the case, otherwise I'm not going near it today. Today, this mace represents the life-changing power of knowledge. I like that much better. And the importance of our university and our graduates in the community. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you up here on the stage.
Candidates for degrees, please rise if you are able. You will be asked to provide a spoken response for the pledge with the President, which will appear on the screen shortly. Eminent Chancellor and President, on behalf of the faculties, I present to you these scholars and ask that they be pledged and admitted to the degrees to which they are entitled.
Now, to our graduates, when you respond to the pledge, let's raise the roof of the Jubilee. Do you promise faithfully to observe and loyally to maintain the statutes, customs, privileges, and liberties of this, your university? Do you solemnly promise to conduct yourself in all things loyally and faithfully to the honor of your university, the encouragement of learning, and the good of your country? Well done.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, and with the consent of this university, I admit you to the degrees to which you are entitled, and invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining to such degrees. I charge you to use them for the uplifting of the whole people, to inspire the human spirit, to serve your community for the public good, and to pursue more steadfastly whatsoever things are true. Please be seated.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Barbara Billingsley, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Law. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Juris Doctor, the recipient of the Chancellor's Leadership Medal, Casey Lee Keynes, with distinction.
Yep, that's great. Casey Keynes is this year's recipient of the Chancellor's Leadership Medal. This prestigious award is given to the convocating undergraduate who has shown commitment to leadership in the community at the University of Alberta and beyond, while maintaining superior academic performance in a final year of study. Much of Casey's work has focused on research and writing. In her capacity as a research assistant, she developed a citation system for the Wacotowin Law and Governance Lodge to address a gap in the Canadian Legal Citation Guide regarding unpublished oral interviews with Indigenous elders and knowledge keepers. She is also a writing fellow for the Legal Research and Writing course in the Faculty of Law. And outside of law school, Casey is employed as a legal researcher for the Fort Nelson First Nation, where one of her first focuses is creating a co-governance agreement for watershed management between the nation and the province of British Columbia. And throughout her education, Casey has continued to work between 15 and 50 hours a week while raising 2 small children, homeschooling her neurodiverse 7-year-old, and undertaking extensive community service. How is that possible? She is also an active member of the community, participating on various associations and committees, including co-founding the Waniska Youth Leadership Retreat and the Medicine Box Project. Please join me in congratulating Casey.
Congratulations, Casey. That was absolutely remarkable. Congratulations.
The recipient of the recipient of the Horace Harvey Medal in Law, Trevor John Sullivan, with distinction.
And Trevor Sullivan is this year's recipient of the Horace Harvey Medal in Law. This is awarded to the graduating student with the highest academic standing in the Bachelor of Law degrees. It is endowed by the late Horace Harvey, former Chief Justice of Alberta. And during his time in law school, Trevor has also been acknowledged for his academic excellence with several awards. Trevor has had rewarding and educational experiences volunteering with the Student Legal Services of Edmonton and the Alberta Law Review. He also worked with the Edmonton Community Legal Centre and the Legal Services Department of the Workers' Compensation Board. And post-graduation, Trevor will be clerking at the Court of Appeal of Alberta in Calgary before returning to Edmonton to complete his articles at Reynolds, Mirth, Richards, and Farmer here in Edmonton. So please join me in expressing our congratulations to Trevor. Congratulations, Trevor. Well done. Well done.
Mona Abdulrazagi. Wail Abdul Ghani. Michael Benjamin Anson. Shanza Arif with distinction. Emma May Aspinall. Nicholas Arthur Gresham Asquin. Harpreet Alok. Nura Hatem Awad. Christina Elizabeth Basler. Kiran Kaur Hari Bath. Madison Jean Beblow. Nathan Riley James Belsick. Amin Ben Khalad. Dilpreet Singh Benipal. Ahmed Rafiq Burjak with distinction. Graham Thomas Bowden. Jonathan Paul Brisbois with distinction. Nathan Luke Brisson with distinction. Chloe Jane Campbell. Jose Rafael Caraballo Marrero. Bianca Elise Carson. Matthew Carson. Gavin James Kazon Wilkes. Richard Clark with distinction. Jason Collard. Tate Mathieu Copeland. Julia Elaine Curry. Matthew Tyler Davis. Leanne DeCapelle. Connor Timothy Dumphy Brace. Elea Sarah Dushinsky. John Elliott Dick with distinction. Azan Esmail with distinction. Samir Esmail with distinction. Marina Lee Ferguson. Thomas Michael Feth with distinction. Emilio Thomas Filomeno. Zachary Alexander Fisher. Devin Tony Fellner. Nathan Fournier. Brianna Marie Frape.
DeSantis Gator.
Gabriela Dominique DeSantis Gader. Jessica Gill. Navpreet Kaur Gill. Rohan Vikas Gupta. Courtney Haas.
Heisler.
Avram David Heisler.
Also Heisler.
Bryden Joseph Heisler.
Last name Poland.
John Charles Holan with distinction.
Just hesitating. Thank you very much.
Hannah Marie Hunter. Kyle Duncan Hunter.
Innocencio.
Bridget Innocencio.
Catherine Joe Jackson.
Catherine Joe Jackson. Philip Charles Edward Johnson with distinction.
Mrs. Salis.
Salis Michelle Kale.
Kamachik.
Shane Gerald Kamachik.
Mrs. Candela.
Harleen Kaur Kandola. Varun Dev Kapoor with distinction. Amy Casper.
Kiko Kawasaki Ralston.
Lisa Akiko Kawasaki Ralston. Isabel Kim. Jessica Kim. Lee Walter Klippenstein with distinction. Chris Clock.
Last name Condor.
Sarah Kate Condor with distinction. Sabrina Barbara Clickerts with distinction. Chantal Marie Janine Larocque. Emily Catherine Latimer. Tori Lynn Lauber. Also receiving a Master of Business Administration, Adam Lowe. Becky Ma. Jakarta Maki. Emily Elizabeth McClellan. Jacob Richard Mandruziak. Madison Marquez Stricker. Haya Masri.
McAleer.
Paul Alexander McAleer. Jack Cameron McCaskill with distinction. Madison Rhiann McCoy. Larissa Alexandria McMullen. Nolan Joseph Menard. Jackson Paul Mirasti. Christy Marie Aldine Montan. Dempsey Sterling Nobert. Rebecca Marie Knockleby. Sarah Catherine Ormandy. Hadil Hussein Othman.
Julia Loren
Julia Loren
Palmer.
Palmer. Elise Faye Parker with distinction.
Shanice Marion Fox.
Shanice Marion Faw.
Thank you. Georgia Memory Phillip.
Georgia Memory Phillip.
Excellent.
Raj Nicholas Oberoi.
Philippus.
Emily Marie Philippos. Olivia Monica Pietra with distinction.
Christy.
Jordan Presti.
Everett Putz.
Everett Putz.
Thanks very much, Shania.
Alex Quinton.
Shania Bertan.
Shania Ratan.
Annie Redmond. Great, thanks, Stephen.
Annie Redmond.
Stephen Ruth.
Stephen Benjamin Reith.
Teresa Lee Ritter.
Teresa Lee Ritter with distinction. Larissa Gel Mayika Rivero. Kyla Terran Ronneberg with distinction. Ben Frederick Rosenzweig. Susanna Elizabeth Ross with distinction. Bailey Page Russell. Thalia Sanchez Takashel with distinction. Jamie Lynn Sarkonik. Melissa Ann Schley. Lowell Paul Scott. Hila Salamakel. Ria Sharma with distinction. Nicholas Amadeus Wozniak. Santina Elise Sinsens. Darian Reese Smizgrowski. Benjamin Earl Smith. Brad Smith with distinction. Caitlin Ann Smith with distinction. Kiana Frances Kamer Smith. Owen Alexander Smith. Danielle Paulo Spanu. Jenna-Lee Patricia Stedman with distinction. Recipient of a George Bly O'Connor Silver Medal in Law, Mark Allen Stevens with distinction. Jack Ian Stout. William Jalong Su. Emily Jane Zarek. Sydney Terabane with distinction. Emma Toporowski. Andrew Robert Francis Traynor. Sloan Francis Tumbach. Brooke Lorraine Mary Vanderkoy. Zoe Alexandra Voigt. James Stephen Walbridge with distinction. Annie Wang. Tina Wang.
This is Warchola.
Tyler Jace Warchola with distinction. Brian Jonathan Wells. Melanie Kim Williams with distinction. Tim Winter.
Thanks very much.
Marshall David Wolfe. Brooke J. Wood.
Welcome.
Julie Laurette Camille, Carmel, that is, Workin.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Vikas Mehrotra and Professor Andrea MacLeod, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Business and Graduate Studies and Research. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Xiaowen Zheng. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Business Administration, Mariam Abdullahi. Joshua Boateng Akom. Antonio Ala Vargas. Juan Carlos Alcantara Orozco. Alicia Kerun Alebay. Sam Badra. Priya Balasubramanian. Ignacio Antonio Berrios Sotomayor. Xian Kai. Monica Milenka Camacho Guzman. Tengfei Sao. Denin J. Chikerda. Gregory Roy Clark. Eugenio Cochimilio. Blair Marie Marianne Coles. Arvind Dalal. James Riley Day. Annette Delefson. Sanam Daliwal. Christine Huang Mei Do. Eddie Edward. Matthew William Elliott. Kayla Nicole Elzinga. Maria Fernanda Espicia Osorio. Shi Fang. Chrisanne Joy Felzin. Islamia Bolojoko Forosere. Shanshan Ge. Aaron Thomas Hansen. Eric Julian Hart. Winacha Hart. Kelly Hobson. Kaelun Hong. Brianne Hutchinson. Ahmad M.A. Jalad. Victoria Elizabeth Jankowski. Sukdeep Josan. Peter Joseph. Alexander Kachin. Ashwin Deepak Kanakaraju Jayanthi. Ramatula Karzada. Sheila Komarabatini. Jaslyn Kong. Shaijia Lan. Liliana Levecomte. Wenshang Li. Abhishek Mahanti. Craig Fergus Willem Majimsi. Rovina McEwen. Tejas Jayantalal Mehta. Marian Wangani. Letan Win. Chin Ni. Charles Olawale Odanaya. Ufo Ofide. Ifiolu Oladarian Olagabaju. Nathan Nahan Osborne. Uing Pai. Devin Mahesh Patel. Kevin James Roberts Perry. Nguyen Pham. Bindya Prasad. Zunqian Pu. Nicholas Robert Raimondo. Velikumar Bar Rajkor. Bradley Stewart Roy. Amina Salim. David Lee Sheeler. Matthew Lucas Schmuckett. Jenna Michelle Seitz. Subrat Sharma. Balbir Singh. Harsh Singh. David Sorensen. Harrison Nicholas Tai. Tony J. Van Herk. Manisha Vinod. Kashika Vala. Li Fen Wang. Yun Wang. Michael Haley Woldemichael. Chloe Xing. Shen Xing. Jing Xu. Selena Yang. Jin Ye. Kenny Zhongchan Yen. Talha Zafar. Kirk Allen Zembel. Liao Zhang. Sarah Zhang. Dandan Zhang. Miao Zhen. Wei Zheng. Wei Zhou. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Financial Management, Yongrong Cheng. Junlan Han. Qianmu Jin. Ning Li. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Tammy Hopper and Professor Andrea MacLeod, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Rehabilitation Medicine and Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Christina Yen Huang Le. Also receiving a Master of Science, Kirsten Janice Suderman. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Science, Alexa Cherie Adams. Sadra Agazade. Claire Victoria Anthony. Michaela Danielle Applin. Roberta Armitage. Mark Ashamala. Gillian Lee Ball. Jennifer Ann Barkley Rosher. Kirsten Berry. Tumulan Baspinder. Andrew Victor Bellamy. Maria Bernarda Berrio. Avneet Kaur Bular. Jessie Carr Buller. Kelsey Meredith Blencorn. Ashley Nicole Parsons Boudreau. Alexandra Salah Bouthargen. Kyla Leanne Bowie. Ashley Maria Burwash. Eleni Ann Bykowski. Stephen Thomas Canduro. Joanna Praise Chan. Alicia Chichak. Sarah Ruth Choate. Pearl Sue Chiam Chua. Stephanie Lynn Churcher. Emily Marie Caitlin Clark. Christian Mary Corpus. Jamie Allison Crockett. Carly Danielle de Mozak. Jessica Maria Kroymans. Melnard Ramos de Leon. Sydney Page de Blois. Sarah Kate de Champlain. Janelle Madison Dumont. Sarina Darshi. Michaela Cleora Workington Bellamy Dragon. Alexander Matthew Durbanek. Katie Brianne Eastman. Samuel Roddy Engstrom. Sarah Lindsay Erickson. Chikan Wabuakuchi Eze. Samuel Fernand Joseph Fafard. Anahita Feradunian. Nicole Taylor Foldesy. Cilian Fu. Nicholas James Forrest. Zoe Elizabeth Frank. Savannah Ray Frederick. Ari Lane Friedman. Morgan Friesen. Ava Claire Funkhauser. Sophia Rose Furlan. Becca Gady. Tori Jean George. Leah Michelle Gerwing. Gurmeen Gill. Alexa Noel Grant. Mireille Nicole Gray. Morgan Elizabeth Gray Matier. Erin Green. Stephanie Lees Greenway West. Nathan Grigg. Bina Gayawali. Tessa Hart. Amanda Naomi Hartling. Maddie M. Hartos. Aliyah Claire Hartwig. Nathan Josiah Heppas. Libby Ann Hetherington. Shelby Lynn Hillier. Anissa Lauren Hoda. Gabriella Hogan. Hemi Ha. Daniel John Isaac. Dana Louise Jacobs. Lena Maria Jervis. Claire Christine Mace Joe. Jillian Sarah Kuberchuk. Josh Bradley Kennedy. J.C. Sloan Kerr. Ahmad Abdul Hamid Kader. Naima Mahmoud Kalfan. Taya Kennedy Kieftenbeld. Madison June Kirchner. Natalie Marie Klinger. Samantha Klimchuk. Taryn Jessica Kokesh. Amy Frances Koneshnik. Bryn Morgan Coral. Mackenzie Kowalchuk. Angela Hilda Kretschmer. Stephanie Krieger. Mitchell Crook. Erica Marie Laforêt. Emma Lynchbury. Tanis Jordan Lamash. Stephen David Langer. Josie Ann Elizabeth Lehner. Trenton Kyle Metcalf Leeson. Donna Jean Liddy. Stephen Lilliard. Carolyn Lee Lockheed. Mary Jo Arevalo Lozano. Jason Luo. Brandon Luong. Justin Liu. Kendra Janae McDonald. Carrie Matthews. Ashley Matson. Haley Allison McComish. Mallory Ann McCushion. Jenna Anastasia McCulley. Shelby Kate McDonald. Catherine Cecilia McClellan. Alyssa Cecilia McNamara. Shelby Sandra Meyer. Bailey Ann McKillick. Jeannie Shaw Earl Mock. Shannon Morton. Carmen Campbell Mountjoy. Marissa Murphy. Annabelle Emily Newhook. Kennedy Jean Newton. Alana Nicole Osbaldeston. Andrea Patrice Palachuk. Radhika Jigar Patel. Kennedy Patmore. Sarah Jane Peterson. Lauren Petrus. Faith Phillips. Kathy Jue Fong. Sadie Ellen Rose Pizzoni. Tamara Radovich. Jamie Lynn Rachel. Kayla Renko. Alexis Ariel Robinson. Narissa Tajdin Ruda. Jacob Elias Sahonta. Federica Samori. Alicia Leah Schrosser. Shelby Sage Shapka. Emily Ann Sharp. Carmen Shergel. Anna Maria Sholigan. Krista Silverwood. Hillary Elizabeth Steves. Michaela Stevenson. Tony Alexandria Strang. Sarah Page Tabler. Kaylee Kachuk. Alexandra Toombs. Jillian Lauren Toppings. Sarah Rachel Van Boven. Georgia Van Brunschot. Samantha Vandenbrink. Cassidy Jean Vandenberg. Paige Vandenberg. Jory Marie Victor. Karen Elaine Wagner. Allison Lee Walker. Seth Joseph Wasalenchuk. Juliette Giselle Waslin. Kristen Kelly Watson. Nicole Kathleen Wally. Sydney Magdalena Weidman. Curtis Neil Williams. Michaela Wynne Noel Woolen. Emma Ladd Walowski. Emily Catherine Wooten. Bryson Ryan Yee. Kendrick Addison Yee. Andrea Lynn Young. Natalia Marie Zadrowski.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculties, I present to you the remaining scholars whose names appear in the Convocation program but who are not in attendance.
Well, congratulations, graduates. You made it. And to family and friends in the audience, I think this moment merits a standing ovation. So please join me and congratulate our graduates. And to our graduates, I think there's another group in the auditorium that also merits a standing ovation, and that is your family and friends who sustained you through the journey. So please stand and turn around and express your gratitude. Wow, that's enthusiasm. Well done. And so now it's time to turn our attention to the final part of today's ceremony. And before you are formally welcomed into the University of Alberta Alumni Association, I'd invite you to watch the screens for a special video montage. And the song that accompanies the video, Je te retrouve, or I Remember You, was commissioned by Campus Saint-Jean in 2008 in honor of the university's centenary. I think it captures the potential of days spent at the university, and hopefully it will spark many memories of your own years here. And the song is also a display of many of U of A's talents. It was composed by Professor Emeritus and Honorary Degree recipient, Dr. France Levasseur-Ouimet, and was arranged by U of A alumnus, Dr. Alan Bevan. And the recording is performed by Chorale Saint-Jean under the direction of Laurier Fagnon. And I have to tell you, this is always one of my favorite parts of the ceremony. This video never fails to bring a tear to my eye. I think you're going to love it. Thank you.
Eminent Chancellor, thank you. Merci. To the graduating class of 2023, you have shown incredible resiliency, drive, and determination to be here today. Congratulations and welcome. My name is Pega Solari, and I graduated from the University of Alberta in 2008 from the Faculty of Business. It is my honor to congratulate you on becoming a U of A alumnus and to officially welcome you to our alumni family. We are more than 300,000 strong, living in some 140 countries around the world. We are a supportive, proud, diverse, global network, collectively making extraordinary contributions to the alumni community, the university, and for the public good. Together, we are change makers, community builders, world shapers. Throughout the history of our university, our world has faced many challenges, but when we stand together, we generate the solutions that make us healthier, safer, stronger, and more just. We will always be seeking, always be challenging, and most of all, always be leading. Like our university, our alumni lead with purpose. Félicitations, à bonne chance. Congratulations and best wishes in all your future adventures.
In closing, I'd like to offer a few words of thanks. To Dr. Burt, thank you once again for sharing your story and your wisdom with our university family. Thank you, Burt. I also wish to thank our talented vocalist, Jin Yu, and our outstanding Convocation band under the direction of Dr. Thomas Dust. Thank you very much. And I wish to acknowledge the hard work of the staff of the Office of the Registrar and the Office of the Senate for their organization of today's convocation. Not surprising, there is an awful lot of work that goes on behind the scenes, so please join me in giving them a special thank you. I'm pleased to invite everyone to stay after the ceremony and join us out in the lobby to congratulate each other and spend some time. I'm sure there'll be lots of photos taken out there before the day is over. Finally, to our graduates, congratulations for all that you have accomplished leading up to the conferral of your degree. Your convocation today symbolizes what we can achieve together, how we can uplift the whole people, how we can continue to explore, and more important than ever, how we can steadfastly pursue the truth. All of that is possible when we unleash the creativity, energy, ideas, and compassion of the students who are graduating today and will lead the way for tomorrow. It truly is a gift for me as Chancellor to stand here today and look out at all of you on such an exciting day. It brings such an amazing feeling of hope. I see those sparks of excitement and determination that each of you brings, and it inspires me to believe that the future is definitely in good hands. I hope you feel incredibly proud of what you have accomplished in your years at our university. You have spent hours, months, and years listening and learning, digging into complex issues and topics, thinking critically about some of the most pressing issues of our time, sharing time with friends and colleagues, and preparing for wherever your journey will take you. In turn, we are incredibly proud of you, our newest graduates. You inspire us and bring us hope for the future. Whatever path you choose, I encourage you above all else to understand that you can make a positive difference in our world, and we're all counting on you to do that. And I can assure you that the University of Alberta will be here cheering you on from the sidelines as each of you pursues your next hopes and dreams. Thank you once again, congratulations, and enjoy your celebration.
you.